everyone, this is AlphaAli and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's okay. This VOD review is going to be a little bit different to the other VOD reviews I've done, and this is because I'm only going to be focusing on one round here. The reason behind this is I had a really strong game overall, but we got rolled on like the first and third points, so there was just absolutely no reason for me to show this because it's literally someone goes in and feeds and I do my best like to try and help and stuff like that. I had some really good beam management and stuff like that, but there's just honestly no point me showing it because my team never does anything. So it's very much like I just kind of sit back and just observe. But this point went really strongly and we actually won it. And I feel as though I had some really good moments, including a TikTok clip which you guys might be like recognize and stuff like that, which we'll see a little bit later on. This is on my account called Kenneth. I'm not doing it on my main account, and this is because I am queued with Barry, who is Zxldris. Zxldris is a tank player, but he wanted to play some DPS and wanted to learn a few more DPSs, so he went on an account to kind of like help with that. Sadly, this account was too low in order for me to play on my like my main account or squash, so I ended up on this account called Kenneth, so that's why I am called Kenneth for today. So this is the Lee Jong second point. At this point, we had already been rolled. Morale's kind of a little bit low and stuff like that, but we're going to carry on going. We're going to like carry on trying. So our team comp at the moment is a Rhine, Symmetra, Mercy Brig, Sojourn. And I already, because I do have comms with Barry, and I was like talking to them and I was like, hey, are you going to sim TP out or are you going to play sim all game? Because if they're going to play sim all game, we can TP out and I'll just speed everyone forward and then I can TP back through the TP and then I can go Mercy and carry on. Which is kind of like the normal way you do this point with the sim TPs. However, they said to me, oh, I want to play Tracer. So if you are a DPS player, or you do play a little bit DPS, if you have someone that has a high mobility in order to get out of spawn, be sure to kind of use a sim TP to get people out quickly, and then you can switch, because essentially it helps your team get out all quickly, and you can essentially TP and get them back. For example, if you like play Reaper, you know, you can do that. So anyway, so like, oh, I'm gonna play Tracer. So I was like, oh, I could still carry on playing Mercy. And my Sojourn was kind of doing like little bits and pieces here and there. So I was like, I'm gonna still carry on damage with my Sojourn. Plus, they also had a Mercy on the enemy team, so it does kind of like help out a little bit more. So, oh, we switched to an Honor as well. So that essentially means I can pretty much just stick with my Sojourn here. My Tracer is going to play around the health packs. My Honor will essentially just help heal the Rhine and do some bits of DPS in. And all I really need to do here is heal Rhine when he needs, heal my Tracer whenever like they need it basically. I'll kind of just stick with my Sojourn and peel for my Honor when necessary basically. So I'm just waiting to see wherever my Sojourn goes. Sometimes they go main, sometimes they go like up this kind of corridor. I'm just kind of healing up my Rhine a little bit here. I shouldn't have done that. I should have left it for my Honor. It's alright. My Honor's in a safe position, so I might as well just leave her. You can see that I'm constantly flicking to my team here, and this is just purely because if they start to get into trouble, I can, especially if my Sojourn's healthy, I can kind of just leave her and like go and help the team. That's fine. So I'm just playing a little bit back if I can. She slides out, so I'm just kind of playing away. Sadly, our Rhine just going like very aggressive here, and there's nothing really we can do because essentially he ends up out of the what's it called? He ends up completely out of the LOS of my Honor. My Honor ends up dying in order to help the Rhine. And I'm kind of like trying my best. Like I'm going in like whenever I can get my beam on it and stuff like that to help. But sadly this is like a lost team fight, so I just need to get out here. Sadly I do end up dying on the like, you know, kind of leaving. But it's fine because we might as well just go like for a full team reset. It doesn't really matter if what's it called? Can't get out and everything like that. So essentially here I'm just like playing away. I'm trying not to peek this whatsoever. I am playing a little bit too close, I feel like, here to my Sojourn, but it's okay. I'm trying to damage boost her whenever she's high health. But with a Junkrat, I'm having to like heal people up to like full HP because it's very scary with a Junkrat, as people can literally just absolutely just get incinerated by the Junkrat, basically. So I'm walking in here. I'm playing like very safe. I spot the trap, so I don't want to GA my normal way. I should have super jumped here. That was a really bad super jump by me. I should have just GA'd and played around the pillar because the Bastion could have easily just peeked up and be like, and then just like killed me. So I should have played the pillar, which is what I'm doing now. And just kind of like helping out my Sojourn. I'm playing quite far back from her. My Honor ends up getting solo flux, but there's absolutely no point in like trying to help her there because I can res her in a second. I have res. Once again, I don't need to Valk either to help her because we've already used Pulse Bomb and Rhine Shatter in this fight, and we've already like seemed to have already won it. So there's no point me using my Valk. I might as well save it, and I'm just gonna let my Honor die there because I will find a safer opportunity to res her because I kind of want to like help clear up the team fight rather than go and res, which I can do now because my team is not pushed up to go and help. decided to help heal up my Tracer a little bit here so they can go like straight in. And I'm just letting my team know that I have Valk ready. And obviously my Honor's letting me know as well. So I'm just damage boosting my Sojourn here. My Honor dies again, and you can just look at me and be like, really? Like, I cannot believe that. So I'm just kind of playing with my Sojourn here. I know the Bastion Ult's coming, and this is the TikTok clip that if you guys saw, and me avoiding this Bastion Ult. Whenever I see a Bastion Ult, I always say to people, try to save your GA. Because what the Bastion will do is they'll try to, like, to get it onto you, or they'll try to predict where you're going to GA to. You do have like a couple, well, I say a couple seconds, you have like half a second in order to decide whether you need to GA or not. So in this scenario, I had to GA, but you can cancel your GA or slingshot backwards if you need to, and that's exactly what I did to avoid the second one. And then I guess you just expected me to walk a little bit further back, which is obviously why the third one didn't hit me. So that's how you can kind of like avoid Bastion Ults. Obviously, sometimes they could be like fully targeted on you, especially if like you've already used your GA, in which case you're kind of a sitting duck, unfortunately, and you'll probably end up dying, but it's okay. I got to help my Sojourn as soon as she's back in my LOS, and she did actually like kill the Tyre as well. This is me going to clip the clip, by the way. I'm not going AFK for a second, but yeah. I go to Valk here because our team once again is getting quite split, and the other ones are coming in, and I'm afraid because we still don't have our Honor back. So I'm focusing on my Sojourn a little bit first. And sadly, she does end up like kind of cutting my LOS a little bit. I got to damage boost my Tracer while I don't have LOS of her, and I decided to go and like kind of focus the Junkrat here. The Junkrat was very isolated from his team, and also my team was quite healthy, especially with the Honor. So I was like, I might as well try my luck. He gets the health pack. Doesn't matter. I could still kill him anyways. Unfortunately, I cannot go and res here because the Sigma's still here, and I was still really, really scared of him. Especially because I thought he still had his Rock, and I didn't want to cancel my ult. Especially because Rock does like 100 damage. I was like really, really scared. So I was like, yeah, you know what? We're not going to do that. So I'm just damage boosting my Honor here because there's no need for me to be like fully up there with my Rein, and I'm essentially just waiting for my Sojourn to get back. I was a little bit scared of like my Rein, so I was like wanting to, like him to come back a little bit. And I just kind of like carry on just damage boosting my Sojourn here. I'm just like playing like as max like away from her as I can because I'm very, very scared. I'm still backing out whenever they start coming in. I unfortunately can't do anything for my Rein there. He just gets absolutely melted. So I just kind of want to like just quickly flick over and come around this area, and then I'm just trying to like play with my Sojourn a little bit more, and I decide that we need to back out here. Now I'm waiting here in order for her to start pushing forward for me to go, because I don't want me to kind of like be stuck out in the open. And you'll see I do this like quite a bit whenever I'm pocketing my Sojourn in a second. I have to kind of just like leave my Honor where she is because she's in like a bit of a bad spot at this very moment in time. I kind of hugged this little section here, and it's because I thought the Sigma was going to come for me, and if he was going to like come for me, I have a safe spot and I'm not going to like directly in his LOS. It essentially gives me an opportunity in order to GA away, because he'll have to like look and like flick to me in order to focus me before obviously, you know, I can do anything. So I could just fly away if needed to. But he did end up coming for me. I healed on my Rein because I didn't know where my Honor was at this point, and I go to like help kill the Honor. I know the Bastion's here, so as soon as like my Sojourn takes cover, I'm not going to GA and go and help her because she's like she's above half HP, so she's going to be fine as she is. And the Bastion's either going to go in and focus her, in which I can kind of like do a GA and like flick over to here, because the Bastion here is either going to like come up and just not do anything because both of us are hidden, or he'll come up and just tunnel vision my Sojourn, in which what I can do is I can do a GA over to here, and this will be a safe spot because the Bastion will just be focusing my Sojourn. And either my Sojourn will die and I could just back off to my team, or they end up surviving. So there's that. Let me go back to me. Yeah, so I'm essentially just waiting. He doesn't end up, he just ends up kind of shooting main. And then I can essentially just once again focus my Sojourn, wait for my Honor in order to cap point and stuff like that. I'll help heal up my Rein because obviously my Honor's capping point. And I think we just essentially win this round now. Yeah, she doesn't get headshotted there. But there's nothing really I could do there, so I might as well just go with a pistol and just have a bit of fun. And yeah, that's essentially the only point. Can it pause, please? There we go. Yeah, so that's essentially the only like point I'm going to show. You can get the full replay code. It is on the TikTok video. I will tag it down in the description in case you do want the code. But I'm not going to show the rest. The reasoning for this is because I do have some really good moments, I'm going to be very honest. But sadly, there's just no point showing it because we get rolled like so much that it doesn't really get a chance to show off any kind of good decision making like it did for that point. So this is why this video is a little bit different. I'm just showing off at one point. But yeah, you guys can have your own VOD reviews if you want. I do VOD review like anybody that's doing Mercy gameplay. All I ask is that it's specifically Mercy gameplay, and you can redeem it for 5,000 channel points on my Twitch, and I will do it live on stream. And I do spend a good amount of time going through this. Like I will spend about half an hour to like an hour, like fully deep diving into it, and then as long as you're happy with it, I will upload it to YouTube as well. So it'll be permanently there for other people to also take hints from like what you're doing wrong. But at the same time, also it's kind of like make sure that you've got a permanent record of it's there and it's not gonna like disappear anywhere, because I know they can disappear off Twitch. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I have some other VOD reviews I've already done of myself, as well as other people on my channel, as well as some full-length games if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all later.